What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're actually going to take our $1,000 350Z to the track and see how fast it is. But before we do that, we got some general maintenance. I polished the headlights. Blake, what do you think of the headlights?
Great.
Doing great. See, Blake, actually, it works out good that this thing hit a semi-tire on the highway and it broke the bumper, because now when Blake is trying to align the jack in the front, he could just stick his head right in there and make sure that it's properly placed. So, right? It's doing great. So we got our Tecton tools laid out over here on the ground, and then basically what we need to do is it already has drilled and slotted rotors that were previously on it. I think it has new pads, but we have these Hawk DTC 60 pads, which I think these are kind of more aggressive pads. We have a K&N filter. We have some Castrol Edge oil, and then we have a brand new set of lines to go on here too. So kind of one of the things at the track is, like, you know, we know this thing, it runs and drives great, but does it stop after like a 10-minute like session on the track? Especially the speeds that we're going to be ripping this thing at, you pretty much stay floored until you hit the brakes, and then you stay floored again, and then you hit the brakes again. So the brakes have to be really, really good, which the brakes work pretty well right now, but you know what happens is they just get hot. So we're also getting some fluid too, some Castrol fluid. So we're going to drain all the fluid out of here. We're going to put the lines, we're going to put the pads, and then we're going to take it to the track. We'll zip tie the bumper and make sure it doesn't fly off on the track. And overall, yeah, the whole goal for this car is me and my friends, me and Blake and Sean and who else? Chris. We're all going to go to the track tomorrow, and we're going to freaking rip this thing. Right, Blake? Are you excited? He hasn't been to the track. Sean hasn't been to the track. Chris has been to the track. He let me drive his BRZ, and then I'm going to take him and let him drive my 350Z. We're going to be doing great. And then eventually we're going to do this versus that, but that's in the future. Guys, it is your last chance to get entered to win this 2022 Kia Telluride, and we're doing 10 times entries for the last week. So giveaway ends October 31st. Every dollar you spend is 10 entries for a chance to win this ride, plus $20,000 in cash. You can't win if you don't get entered, but you go buy a t-shirt, and maybe if you lose, at least you have a t-shirt or a hat or a hoodie or a sticker or some yoga pants or some car detailing products or a key tag or any of the other like 100 plus some products we have on MotionAutoTv.com. So go check it out. Let me know what you think of our merch. If you want us to add something to the site, we might, but maybe we'll do that on our next giveaway. This is our 10th giveaway, by the way. Click that link. You can't win if you don't get entered. I'm going to say that again. Telluride. All right, so the 350Z track prep continues. Blake and Chris went ahead and bled the brakes, and they put in that new Castrol fluid. Where'd this stuff go? This thing is like $70 for a liter. So I guess this thing has a really, really high wet boiling point and wet and a dry boiling point. I guess it's really great stuff. Chris has done a lot of research as far as, you know, all the brake pads and the fluids and all the other things. So we got the lines, we have the pads, we have some drilled and slotted rotors, and then up front we actually have these Koenig wheels, and I have some Achilles 255 35 18 123s. These are a 220 tread wear. They're actually some scrub tires off of a drift car from like 2 years ago, so they're still kind of soft. I mean, they're definitely soft. You can see that they still have, you know, some oil in them. So I'm excited to see how these things actually do on the track. Basically, it's going to be squared all the way around, 255s with these 18 by, I think they're 9.5 flow-formed Koenig wheels. And these are some ones I've just had laying around. Yeah, these are 18 by 9. So they actually look pretty good on there. Overall, the oil is changed. Oil down this filter. I'll probably actually get a new filter for it. So we have a fresh air filter. I'm going to cut a hole right here. But overall, this thing is pretty close. But that leads us to the RSX. So I initially wasn't going to bring the RSX to the track this soon, but due to how they're doing it at the track, it's like $100 per 2 people per car. So it's basically, you could have 2 people driving one car, that's $100. And if I was going to have like Blake and Chris drive the other one, it would be another $100. So we might as well just register another car and basically take 2 cars out there. It'll be better for video. It'll be more fun. So this thing needs brake pads really bad. The front are almost down to the thing. We're gonna take these rotors and actually get them turned if they're within spec. Put some ceramic brake pads, and this thing has a big motor mount problem. Really big motor mount problem. So if you look down there, probably can't see it, but if you look right here, you can see that one has, it's broken, and that's the oil-filled mount. So those oil-filled mounts are basically cause this thing to almost jump out of here. So we're gonna change the oil on the RSX. We're gonna put some different pads in here, probably some ceramic pads. And then we're actually gonna put a little bit of that other fluid in there, try to bleed this crappy fluid out of there. And we also have a set of tires. These are some Nankang NS2Rs. And these were actually the steer tires on the front of my drift car probably 3 years ago. And just so happens I had 4 of them here. They were up there. So we're basically taking scrub drift car tires. These are actually 140 tread wear.
Yeah, they're
pretty serious. These things are going to be...
Put your finger in there.
Nope, I don't want to do that. And on these NK wheels, these wheels are actually pretty cool looking. Like, they're kind of interesting. They're kind of dated, but I think overall for getting a car with a full set of these isn't bad. So again, both of these things are going to be stock suspension, stock engines, basically just intakes and a little bit of exhaust, and ready to rip, I guess. All right, so track prep is not going so well, I guess you would say. So right here, got all the wheels and tires and everything mounted, got those Nankangs mounted. These are 140 tread wear, so these are actually gonna be pretty sticky on there. We'd started looking at the brakes. We were just gonna send it on there, and then I pulled the wheel off and looked at it. These ones are almost down. They're pretty much almost down. There's probably like 1/8 of an inch, which they would probably get eaten up tomorrow. And we're missing one lug stud right there. And you can see right here, we actually using the little thing, trying to get the rotor off, we actually kind of rounded off those Phillips head screws. That's definitely not good. So I think we're gonna have to drill those out. I'm gonna head to the parts store and see if they have a set of pads. Maybe we could just run a set of pads on here tomorrow, get a better setup later without like having the rotors turned or anything like that. I think just throwing pads on it should be okay. But I would like to get that lug or that lug nut or that lug stud replaced. I'm gonna go head to the parts store. We gotta get oil filter for this thing, get air filter for this thing, a couple other random pieces and things and parts. Try to get this thing basically ready because we have to have it ready for the track at noon tomorrow. So yeah, I'm stoked. First time at the road course. We're gonna rip these things. All right, guys. So over here we have a Sean. He's very happy right now, right? What's going on? Tell me what's going on.
It's early. I just hate putting ourselves in this predicament every time we go to an event to do something. It's not like, oh yeah, we're ready the day before, so we can kind of, just get everything buttoned up. It's like, oh shit, now we're gotta go ahead. So let's freak out and do the most amount of biggest work the day of.
Like an hour before we're supposed to go to the track. So it is 9 in the morning. We're supposed to be 11:40 for the driver's meeting. The track isn't that far away. So let's say we got 2 hours and we have a full set of brakes. So I called the parts store last night. They didn't have any good ceramic pads or any of that other stuff. So got on Facebook Marketplace. Bam, this guy had a full like power stop brake setup. So brand new front and rear rotors all the way around, ceramic pads front and rear, and then I overnighted these from O'Reilly's too, or from O'Reilly's as well. Got a engine mount, front little side engine mount, the mount over here. We have oil for this thing, and if we wouldn't do anything if it wasn't last minute. Yep. I'm gonna say that's pretty much how it goes. Like
I don't think we've ever been prepared for anything we've done.
Ever.
Not once.
Yeah.
Never have we been prepared for anything we've done.
Yeah, we got kids.
Yeah.
We got these cars. We go to the thing.
I guess.
I mean, literally, like, that's it. Like, I wouldn't do it. I have a statement. It's basically that I wouldn't do anything if it wasn't last minute. Well, and I feel like I don't do anything until it's almost too late to do it. But then I end up doing it and I get her done, and then we go to the track. But you see Sean, he's not really that mad right now.
No, I'm not mad.
But
I just hate that we do this to ourselves every time. But we continuously do it.
This guy's gonna have the biggest smile on his face later when we're in the here. Give me that smile. That's gonna be him on the track later when he's getting passed by me in this thing. He's gonna be in the faster car. I'm gonna be in the slower one, and I'm just gonna go ripping by him in the corner. I'm gonna go meow.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. Where's the...
With track prep, we have a brand new K&N air filter on the Z. we have a lower control arm that needs replaced. We have a brand new one right here. So I've just been overnighting parts and buying things and all kinds of stuff, and basically in the last 2 days just to try to get these things to the track. And turns out that that whole pack of rotors and pads and all the new stuff is for a base model RSX, not a Type S. So the rear works, which works good because we needed rotors and pads in the back anyhow. And in the front, we're just gonna have to run with our stock rotors, and we stopped at the local parts store and got a pair of ceramic front brake pads. So we're just gonna go ahead and put these on the stock rotors for now, and eventually, you know, maybe do like a big brake kit, or you know, maybe a different setup in the front. I don't know, some new rotors. But overall, we ran into another issue. I put on a brand new air filter on this thing. You can see this engine mount over here. Take a look at this. This is it right there. So that is the engine mount that is keeping this thing together. And I thought I ordered the right one, but this is actually the one that goes either in the front or the back. So that's not gonna work. I don't know. This mount is not really available. It's always like you have to get it the next day. So we need to figure out something.
Today on Trevi's Customs.
All right, so called around to the parts stores. Nobody has that mount. If I would have ordered the right part number last night, we'd have been fine. But this is where Trevi's Customs comes into play. Is we need to go to the track in about an hour, and we don't really have any option. This mount was literally banging around. So what did I do? Got some lug nuts, lug bolts off of a Volkswagen, stuffed them in both sides, threw a bolt in there sideways. Now check this out. You grab the duct tape, black duct tape, so it matches the mount, the good stuff, and just tape it so that the bolts don't go flying out on the track and get the other motorists out there. And I think we're gonna be good to go. But this is, you know, this is where Trevi's Customs really shines, when you have about 5 minutes to do something that you should have taken a week to do, but you didn't. So now it's last minute, and you need to make an engine mount.
I mean, it looks great.
I mean, look at it now. Now that there's some tape on it and you can't see what's going on inside, you're like, wow, this is a solid mount. It's good enough for who it's for. How about that? Guys, so here is the brand new Import Direct control arm. Look at that, beautiful. Look at it. This is the one that was on there. A little bit of a hole. We have about an hour before we have to be at the track, and we got this thing to do.
We're good.
We have to mount a tire. We have to bleed the brakes. I got to pour oil in this thing. Other than that, I think we're ready to go.
We don't have to bleed the brakes. We don't change the fluid.
Well, Chris, you're the fluid guy.
I know. You know,
this is probably 250,000 mile fluid, 225,000 mile fluid.
Oh, lap one, boiling, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we have that $70 Castrol SRF.
Yeah.
Let's do it. It's up. It's up in the air. It's ready to go. I'm changing the oil. Yep.
All right. Well, let me know if you're coming. I just got to finish putting.
This is how you.
On the. Probably hit 150 on that straight.
Look at this.
Or you'll hit like 145.
Gets all the air now. Anyways, RSX is back on the ground. We got the ceramic pads. We got new lug nuts. We got lug studs. We got these 140 treadwear Nanking tires just ready to rip.
Only 6 years old, so they're
only 6 years old. It's kind of interesting. We actually ended up kind of gutting the interior of this thing, not really on purpose, because we didn't think we were going to take it to the track. Now we're going to take it to the track.
Clean.
Chris,
Yeah.
are you ready to rip? Oh, we got to download Track Addict.
Yeah.
We need cell phone mounts for the dash. We need suction cups, buddy. We got things. It is 11:20.
Just put it in there, center couple.
11:20, and I think we're ready to rip. RSX. Blake's gonna rip the RSX over there. I think Sean, what are you gonna rip? The Z. Don't smoke the clutch on the way over there. For the Z, yeah. There's like a traction control wire that's kind of weird.
Figure it out.
Yeah, Chris will figure it out. Either that, or you probably have to do some sort of stupid dance to like.
Yeah, like the BRC.
Yeah, that was
pedal
silly.
dance?
Because the traction control, like you give it 3% throttle in the dirt and it cuts it to 0. So. Yep, I think we're ready to rip. We got a jack in the truck. We're bringing the truck and trailer just in case. This versus that, we got exhaust leaks. We got a Z. We got that thing. They're the same color. Chris is trying to pull in the shop.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. We got the Koenigs, we got the wheels, we got the Achilles, got the, man. Chris is not taking his Tesla today because he doesn't want to wear out his what? Oh, is there no seatbelt? Or do we need to bolt it?
It needs to be bolted.
Oh yeah, we definitely need a seatbelt. Alright guys, so we made it out to the track. So this is Pueblo Motorsports Park, and this is actually our local track where we drag race typically on Friday nights, which you're going to be taking the Ranger out here tonight. Right now they have some bikes out here on the road course, and they're ripping. How's this thing good? The tires, the brakes, does it feel good? Blake, how's this? What does it feel like?
It's like really like you like barely move it. The whole car moves weird.
It's probably the tires. Do you think it's like something loose? Feel like something loose, or does it feel like? How's that steering wheel though? Clean, huh? Really clean. So I'm
Slow.
Did you guys race?
Yeah, it rained me. Big time.
But hey, this one's gonna be literally we'll be able to almost stay flat on the well, you'll pretty much be floored until you're in the corners, and then you hit the brakes, and then when you're not hitting the brakes, you're pretty much floored. Which, like, are you excited to rip this thing?
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited? Yeah, that's so funny because this is typically like when you start Need for Speed, you either get one of these, right? You either get an RSX or you get a Z.
Yeah.
So here we are. Ready, Blake? We gotta let the tires warm up a little bit because we're gonna need it. Oh yeah! You can already tell this is gonna be a lot of fun. Turning in because it wants to kick out of the back, but brakes are getting a little bit warm. Oh yeah! Let's see what the lap is. 211. Alright, so Dave actually, Junkyard Dave showed up in the Hellcat. We're gonna see, this thing has 500 treadwear tires on it. We're gonna see if he can make see if he's gonna make a dust cloud with it today. But the RSX is doing good. You can tell how good of a unit this is by all that. That's 225,000 miles. If you head up in front over here, we have 255,000 miles. Similar situation. We got a little bit of dirt. This thing was actually getting a little bit hot. It was bubbling into the coolant thing. who do you think's gonna run a faster time, the Z or the Hellcat?
I don't know.
We'll see, huh? We'll see. So Chris did a lap in this one.
Yeah.
Your first lap out, or the first couple laps, you did what, a 2:02?
Yeah.
And then you were,
Yeah.
what were we doing in the BRZ?
Like 151, something like that
Yeah.
at the time. The best it's done is like a 147, but
Yeah.
that's like suspension.
And so I did a 2:11 in the RSX, and that was Blake's first time out on the track, like actually going for a ride.
Yeah.
Basically, I drove and Chris drove. Sean rode with Chris. Now Sean's gonna go drive, and then now Blake is gonna go drive, and it's gonna be good. Yeah, the brakes were getting a little.
Yeah, the brakes are awesome on that. That was the best part of that right
I
now.
bet. Yeah, I bet you could really.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited to try this. So I think what we should do is basically flip flop, and then
flip car.
drive, or maybe just do half sessions. But I feel like they're gonna get hot.
Yeah. Yeah,
At
I
least-
mean, this was starting to get warm.
The engine and that's fine, but the brakes just were getting hot.
Yeah.
So maybe just do like a lap, just cruising.
Yep. Yeah, and then you can get back on it after.
Yeah. Well, are you ready to drive, Blake, after these bikes? Go for a rip. You should have brought your bike out here when you had one. Bring your Harley out. You could do that. I mean, that would actually be kind of tight. Bring the Harley out.
Your car counts as a bike. He just
Yeah.
went out there.
He's probably ripping it. Well, let's see if we could run a faster time than Dave in the Hellcat. You ready to get whooped by an RSX?
I mean, we'll just do like go-karts. We'll see how many times I pass you.
Yeah, that's how it'll count, huh? Like, well, Dave passed me 3 times, so I guess I'm slow. Brakes feel good? down to our 205. Can you flip that GoPro around? Loosen it right there.
You want more?
Yeah, just race it towards. All right, all I gotta say is we just had a blast. I'm so glad that we're out here today. Got all the buddies. We got all the buddies out here driving. Blake, what do you think?
It's pretty fun, yeah.
Is that a lot more fun than you thought it was gonna be? Well, because it's like you're playing. It's like you're playing Forza in real life.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And we got all the buddies. What did you think?
Oh yeah. I mean,
So you did a 202. Sean did a 201. He's faster than you. What the
I know.
heck?
Must be that training.
How did that happen?
I just sent that car.
It was the
Yeah.
training, probably.
Yeah. He said he was gonna come out here and win today, though. He did. So.
Well, you guys actually now.
I said that in Houston too.
But also, I mean, I wasn't going like all out the first session.
He was
That
trying to be
session-
nice. He was trying to
not
be
faster that session though.
Yeah,
We didn't
yeah,
record it though,
Yeah,
so we don't
let's
know.
record
Oh,
this
geez.
next one. And we'll
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah. So I basically got. So I went from.
in the turns for that guy.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I
he's
know.
fast in the straights, but I mean, yeah.
No. Only thing you're fast in is the straights, bud.
So with the RSX, we basically got my first laps out there was a 211, and then after that, Blake, what did you get? I think it was a 210. I think you ended up getting like a 210 on the last lap, and then I hopped in it. And after Blake already warmed up the tires, did all that stuff, and I did a 205, and I was beating the crap out of this thing, and I could not get it to go under a 205. But it's just hilarious. Like, I was just telling Blake, I was like, if you did this on the street, you'd get in trouble within like a minute probably. Like if you were doing what we were trying to do, like doing out here, you'd get in trouble. Whereas we just literally went out there for 25 minutes, basically a 50-50 session. Me and him just wide open throttle, shifting as fast as we can, braking as hard as we could, having a great time. So that was Blake's first time ever actually driving on this thing, and he did a great job. You did good, buddy. Yeah, you could tell like after the third lap, he was like picking it up. He was downshifting all the corners.
You just got to get more confidence in a car, like especially driving something new.
Oh yeah.
You know, like you just don't know where it's gonna slip and grip at.
Well,
We don't expect it to have like such good traction with like stock suspension.
yeah, you almost think it's gonna be like it's gonna slip as more, but those tires are good.
Yeah.
Those are really good tires. So I'm pretty stoked. These things we're gonna let. Did the Z get hot?
Oh yeah. It's on.
Okay.
We had the heat on blast.
He gets
full
hot.
blast.
Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
good. So I think now you guys have to hop in
Yeah.
in this thing. Probably take the 2 last sessions in that, and then me and Blake will take the 2 last sessions in this. Either that, or we might switch back and forth
It's-
again.
I mean, for the money, like the amount of fun that you can have in a cheap car like this
Yeah.
that are decent on the track, like
know,
it's
like-
hard to beat.
Like Blake, like we were sending it third all the way to the 4th gear, downshifting it on the limiter, like using the limiter to slow it down in that front corner, like, and it's just happy. Like
Yeah.
literally, this thing has 225,000 miles on it. That's a testament to the K-Series engine. This thing is just purring like it never even got above a half.
Wow. Really?
That just beat the crap out of it. This thing has 255,000 miles on it. And did it skip a beat?
No,
Not even one?
I mean, it was getting hot, but I think it just needs to be bled or something. You can hear
Well-
it gurgling. Maybe the cap's bad.
Yeah,
you know?
but we're also missing this bumper.
Yeah,
so
that's
like
true.
we're not
Missing a lot of front air.
we're not funneling the air in it how it should be doing. So that's I don't know. It's a lot of fun. Dave, I don't know how Dave's doing. Dave, I almost passed you in the corner, buddy.
You almost.
I did.
You almost.
I fended you off for a while too, and then I was nice and let you go by on the straight.
Well, guess what?
What?
My oil temps were 260.
Woohoo! I wonder where the oil temp.
I better just
Hey.
edit a little bit here.
300 is where you have to worry.
Oh, yeah.
No, 300. That's I was looking it up.
Your oil temp?
But this
was
is-
260? Yeah.
I wonder what the oil temp in that
I
and
know. I
this
had
is
the
like
VRZ
probably.
like 270.
All right. Well, I think we're done. We're done chatting. We're gonna let these things cool off. Let the
an
bikes
oil
go out for a run, and we're gonna look at it. Look, we blued our rear brakes.
I don't even
We got
know
them blued in.
Yeah.
I should look at mine.
Oh wow! Woohoo! Like we're rubbing again. Oh, that's the limiter. good. Where's the hazards at on this thing? I think we knocked it.
What did you do?
I think it's knocking. Where's the hazards at?
Oh, yeah.
Where are they at?
Like that on the on.
Well, shit. It's probably gonna be heavy. All right, boys. Well, look at that. Blake, what do you think happened?
Yeah, it had too many miles at that.
Too many miles. So I think we rod knocked it. We heard it, I don't know, it got really, really hot right before turn 1. Basically the coolant temp was all the way at the, well, it wasn't all the way at the top, but it was at the top of like the operating. And I said, okay, let's cool it off. So we threw it in 6th gear and we kind of cruised it around. And then as we were cruising around up that kind of 3rd gear up the hill corner, it just kind of wasn't giving me very much throttle response. So that's kind of weird. I looked at the oil pressure. It was pretty close to 0. And then it definitely had some sort of to it. And now here we are.
Yeah, it's big, man. Look at it.
Yeah, it is really, really upset. I wish we had the GoPro facing us on the inside. I wonder if you could hear it or see it, but should we start it or let's just let it sit, huh?
Just let it show.
Yeah, it needs to cool off a minute and then we'll see how it's doing. But the 255,000 mile 350Z.
Cut all that bumper shit off or what?
Yeah, I did. I cut it. But we beat their lap time. Their lap time was what? Sean was 201. I ended up doing a 157 on the first lap out after a full lap. I did a full lap and we did a 157, so it's not too bad. I don't know. I brought the trailer. I'm glad.
It's a lot faster than the
Oh
RSX.
yeah. No, it just in the corners. It just feels like a track animal. I don't know.
It has like torque, so you don't have to shift so much.
Yeah. And then the tires. The tires are awesome. I don't know. Like throwing it in the corner, it just felt amazing the whole time. So I'm gonna see if I could get a little shot of them hitting VTEC on the straight. And buddy, I don't know. What do you think we got to do now? Either a JZ or a K-swap.
How much are those engines? Cheap or
Like
expensive?
5 to 800. You know what would be cool is the VR30D TT or DDTT. It's the twin turbo V6 in like the Q50 reds. That would be sick.
What they're putting in like the 400Zs
Yeah.
and shit.
Put one of those in here. See how fast
the
it is
auto or
then.
what?
No, with the
The
manual. That'd be sick.
And coils.
Yeah, and bigger tires. Some 285s squared all the way around. Uh-oh, let's see how these guys are doing. The RSX is still running, so.
Yeah, that thing's a champ.
No, the RSX is doing really great. There you go, keep that going. Keep that going. There you go. Don't shed too much speed, just keep down. We're good. on Dave to let me give this thing a rip. Dave, is it my turn?
I don't know. You know how much it's worth?
I have great insurance.
I don't know if you have track insurance.
Got a nice umbrella policy, okay? Hey.
Steering wheel wobble.
So,
this thing.
would you? I seen you put her in the cabbage.
Oh,
Yeah, I got a 207 in it, and then I got too confident, and I was just trying to send it through the turn. It's way different being front wheel drive than that thing, because that thing you can just
my Tesla,
skid it and plan it and go.
Yeah.
This thing way different. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And then Chris, fastest time of the day in this thing.
2027.
Wow.
We
That's
did
pretty good.
What did I do in that one? Do you still have it on there?
Yeah, 2018.
I did a 201
So,
in that.
I
That's
got-
the fastest
But
time.
you got a 150 something.
157. 157
Did you?
in the Z. Yeah.
Did you? Good job.
First lap.
Trevor, same.
Dave got a 157 too.
That's awesome.
So we're doing great.
I know. I wish I could have ripped that one more
Oh,
time because
man.
I didn't have the time on the second time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this was a lot of fun. The suspension and the tires and the brakes and everything. Yeah. You could just like send this in the corners, and if it starts to kick out, you just give it a little throttle and it's kind of okay. It started kind of clacking over there. It was like red hot coming down the thing, so I just like let off, put it in 6. Huh?
Oh, we're not gonna make it by that. We're gonna have to wait till the next one.
You can probably drive it up on the trailer.
Yeah, probably. I just want to get it like, I don't want to like run. I don't know. I guess it don't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Kind of want to start it and see what it does. You're supposed to do a circle. This is my buddy Nick. We ride dirt bikes together. Oh yeah. Got my wide angle in so I can't even see him, but he's doing a great job. Oh yeah. Oh, there he goes. A great wheelie. Oh, here he comes. He's out ripping his R1 today. Hey, that was a good one. And in a suit too.
I think it was tight.
Hey, are we road course dicks now?
Yeah, I would say we're road course dicks now. I'm definitely a big
Blake,
fan.
are you gonna be on Marketplace tonight, or you just want to rip these things?
I'll just
Now let's swap
You're
Ford
just-
Don't worry
Festiva.
about it.
No.
Buddy.
No, like this car is so good. It's just such a good chassis for doing stuff like this that it's like, if you put, I don't know, it's just great. It's a great
Yeah,
chassis.
this thing's way better than the RSX.
No, it is. The
like
RSX,
skateboarding.
the RSX is so much fun though, and it's still.
Especially the rotors are so warped.
Oh, they weren't warped when I was driving it, but it's sketchy, but at least it's still running.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys, the moment of truth. Sean's gonna fire it up. We let it cool down for about 20-30 minutes. Yeah. Give her a little rev. What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
Coolant was hot.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Hey, but at least we brought the trailer.
At least you got experience.
Oh, I mean,
You know, now it made you want to keep it more.
at least I got a taste of it.
Right.
Because like it feels so good. Like it was just like, we didn't do anything to the suspension. It's got loose stuff. It's got things.
Yeah.
I wish Blake would have got to drive it.
Sorry, Blake.
I wouldn't have went that crazy.
All right, guys, so we made it back to the shop, and only one of these things drove all the way back, which was the freaking RSX. So we literally half a tank of fuel
Yeah, we beat the hell out of these things today.
Yeah,
And this one's really feeling it. That one maybe not so much. This one's really feeling it.
This one felt it really bad. So we drove it on the trailer, and then I tried to start it again. It had 0 oil pressure, and it didn't even crank. So
Yeah, it locked up.
I don't know. I think it could have been prevented if we would have had a bumper, had a proper airflow going to the radiator. I think doing this, missing all this, all the air just kind of goes around it, and not much was going through the radiator, so it was just getting hot. Oil temp was getting hot, and then the G-force I don't really think played a
I don't know.
a key.
I don't know much about the.
I mean, we did put good oil in it, or the Castrol oil, but I think it just got too hot.
Yeah.
Overall, I think it just got too hot. You guys got it hot, and then I went out there and really got it hot.
This thing just stayed halfway the whole, every time out there, no matter how hard you're ripping it, just stays right in the middle of the cooler.
And we even had the heater and everything on, and this thing like full blast while we were ripping it. But yeah, these tires surprisingly had a ton of grip. Same thing with this thing. If you would have told me that we would be able to send this thing that hard in the corners,
I wouldn't believe it either.
Yeah, especially stock suspension, all that with just the AutoZone brake pads, the ceramics. The brake pads and fluid and everything on this thing felt freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, these tires are kind of sticky.
I really wish Blake would have had a chance to rip this, but he was in the passenger seat. How'd it feel?
A lot better than that thing.
Yeah. I mean, it just felt way more confidence inspiring. So yeah, now basically we need to figure out what we're gonna put in this thing. I could either get a stock VQ, or we could do like a 5.3. We could do a K series. We could do a JZ. We could do an RB. We could do a bunch of stuff in here.
How about a J series?
Yeah, J series Honda. Yeah. Honestly, that would probably be a good swap. It would probably run forever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it would be cool to have this thing make like 400 horse. So like a 5.3, like an aluminum 5.3 with a cam would be freaking awesome in here.
Light.
Or a K series with a turbo and some really, really good heat management. But when you get turbos, you just get hot.
Yeah.
Really hot stuff. But that would be a lot of fun. I would have a blast in this thing with the K series. But the next open lapping day is November 10th, so maybe we'll have something swapped in it. Maybe we'll put a stock one in there with an oil cooler and an actual radiator and a bumper. This thing, I don't know what to do with it other than just keep ripping it probably.
Yeah.
I think they both
Daily driver.
They probably both need oil coolers. And actually, I need to go get a haircut if you guys can't tell. So I'm actually going to drive this thing over there, get a haircut. Blake, first time on track? Good?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was
a lot of fun.
It was a blast, and like I said, I think that the goal with this whole project of doing these kind of this versus that with these two things was just to like get me and my friends out on the track and driving together and having a lot of fun. Because ultimately, I feel like I already have the dream job anyhow, doing the whole YouTube thing. But to be able to build and race and do cars with your friends, that's pretty much what it's all about. So I know that a lot of you guys are, you don't have the opportunity to do that, or you're locked down in a country where they got everything freaking shut down. So I thoughts go out to you, but I really, hope that we could bring some value and joy into these to you guys with these videos. Let me know what we should put in here. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget the Kia Telluride giveaway ends on October 31st for the $50,000 in cash or the Kia Telluride. So don't forget to get entered for that. We're doing 7 times entries, actually, or 10 times entries right now. So head over to the website, grab some gear. I'm gonna go get my haircut and the freaking reliable daily driver. And Sean's actually gonna get his.
Load the Ranger up and take that thing to the track tonight.
Yep. So big track guys around here now.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys later.